Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we kick things off with a significant military move from China as the PLA successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile into the Pacific Ocean. This drill, aimed at testing weapon performance, has raised eyebrows globally, especially considering its implications for international relations. Next up, we dive into the economic landscape of China, where the central bank has rolled out major stimulus measures to combat potential deflation. The markets have responded enthusiastically, with gains seen across the board, but the question remains, is this just a temporary fix or a sustainable solution for the economy? Lastly, we highlight a fascinating perspective from Princess Camilla of Bourbon to Sicilies, who believes art can transcend geopolitical tensions and enhance tourism in Hong Kong. Her visit is not just about showcasing art, it's about fostering cultural connections that can bridge East and West. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage of these stories. South China Morning Post reports that the People's Liberation Army of China successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, into the Pacific Ocean, carrying a simulated warhead. The Chinese Defense Ministry emphasized that this launch was part of a routine military training exercise, aimed at testing the capabilities of their weapons and the proficiency of their troops. The missile, identified as the DF-41, boasts an impressive range of up to 15,000 kilometers, which enables it to reach the U.S. mainland. Prior to the launch, China took the initiative to notify relevant countries, highlighting its commitment to transparency in military operations. Japan Times highlights a significant shift in China's economic strategy as the central bank's governor, Pan Gongsheng, introduced a series of bold measures to combat a looming deflationary crisis. These measures, which include interest rate cuts and increased liquidity for banks, sparked a surge in the stock market, with the CSI 300 index experiencing its largest gain since July 2020. This economic adrenaline shot aims to stabilize the economy and restore investor confidence, as the Chinese government seeks to navigate through challenging financial waters while ensuring sustained growth. Continuing the momentum, the South China Morning Post notes that Hong Kong and mainland stocks experienced a remarkable rally, buoyed by Beijing's recent stimulus measures. The Hang Seng Index reached a 4-month high, with major companies like Tencent and JD.com leading the charge. Investors responded enthusiastically to the central bank's initiatives, which included a substantial stock market rescue plan and interest rate reductions. Market analysts likened the situation to an all-you-can-eat buffet, with investors eagerly consuming the opportunities presented by the government's efforts. As a result, the offshore Chinese yuan also strengthened, reflecting growing optimism about the country's economic recovery. South China Morning Post highlights the perspective of Princess Camilla of Bourbon to Sicilies, who believes that art and culture can bridge geopolitical divides and bolster tourism in Hong Kong. During her visit, she expressed admiration for the city's rapid development and vibrant energy, noting that each visit reveals new businesses and landmarks. The princess emphasized the transcendent nature of art, stating that it fosters communication beyond cultural and linguistic barriers. With her prized Van Gogh painting set to be auctioned in Hong Kong, she hopes to see more cultural exchanges that would position the city as a leading art capital in Asia. She advocates for increased interactions between European and Asian art communities, suggesting that such exchanges could diminish political tensions and enhance mutual understanding. In a separate initiative, HSBC has announced a significant pre-approved financing scheme aimed at supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, in Hong Kong, with a fund of 5 billion Hong Kong dollars, approximately $641 million. This initiative is designed to streamline access to capital for entrepreneurs looking to invest as interest rates begin to decline. HSBC's plan includes offering pre-approved credit limits based on its internal assessments of existing SME customers, along with a 2-month interest rebate for those participating in the government-backed SME financing guarantee scheme. The bank's commitment to enhancing financial resilience for SMEs comes in response to ongoing economic challenges and aims to facilitate more straightforward banking processes for small businesses. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post has also spotlighted Lam Kar-young, a traditional Chinese medicine (TCM) practitioner who is redefining the perception of TCM beyond its traditional roots. As a finalist for the Spirit of Hong Kong Awards 2024, Lam's initiative, Eli Care, aims to modernize TCM and make it more accessible to a broader audience through innovative workshops and creative activities. His approach includes picture-guided acupressure techniques that simplify the learning of acupuncture points, as well as integrating TCM principles into everyday life for various demographics, including the elderly and those with disabilities. Lam's vision encompasses a collaborative future for TCM and Western medicine, promoting a holistic approach to health that acknowledges the interconnectedness of diet and seasonal changes. Despite facing challenges in mainstream acceptance, Lam remains committed to advocating for TCM's evolving role in modern healthcare. South China Morning Post highlights the importance of women's safety in Hong Kong, particularly during cultural events like the Mid-Autumn Festival. The article emphasizes how this safety allows women to freely engage in public life, pursue careers, and enjoy late-night festivities without fear, a privilege not universally experienced, especially in regions like Latin America where gender-based violence is rampant. The author shares personal experiences of feeling secure while navigating the city, contrasting it with alarming statistics from Latin America, where femicide rates are staggeringly high. The article advocates for the need for global governments to invest in public safety and gender-sensitive policies, using Hong Kong's model as a benchmark for creating safer environments that empower women and foster societal well-being. South China Morning Post reports on Singapore's population reaching a significant milestone, surpassing 6 million for the first time, driven by a notable increase in non-residents. The article discusses the implications of this growth, particularly in the context of Singapore's declining birth rates, which have dropped to a historic low. Despite efforts to encourage higher fertility rates through financial assistance and policy changes, the country faces challenges related to an aging population. The report underscores the broader trend affecting many developed and developing nations, highlighting the urgent need for solutions to address the demographic shifts and ensure sustainable growth in the future. South China Morning Post covers the Mom Cozy NYFW pop-up event, an initiative celebrating the intersection of fashion and motherhood during New York Fashion Week. The event, themed Cozy Evolution, Together We Grow, aims to empower mothers by creating a supportive space where they can connect and unwind amidst the hustle of the fashion industry. With appearances from celebrities like Danielle Panabaker and engaging panel discussions, the event fosters a community for mothers to share experiences and insights on balancing career and family. Additionally, a special Mom's Night Out event emphasizes self-care, offering pampering opportunities and interactive workshops designed to uplift and inspire mothers. Momcozy's commitment to empowering women and honoring their dual roles is evident throughout the event, showcasing the importance of nurturing both personal and professional growth. South China Morning Post reports that Caroline Ellison, a former executive in Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX cryptocurrency empire, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison for her role in a massive fraud that defrauded billions from investors and customers. At her sentencing, Ellison expressed deep remorse, stating she was deeply ashamed and so sorry for the harm caused. Her cooperation with federal investigators and testimony against Bankman-Fried were pivotal in her receiving a lighter sentence, with the judge acknowledging her significant cooperation. Despite her past romantic involvement with Bankman-Fried, the judge emphasized the necessity of a prison sentence due to the severity of the fraud, which has been described as one of the largest in U.S. history. In another exciting development, South China Morning Post highlights a Vincent van Gogh painting owned by Princess Camilla of Bourbon to Sicilies, which is expected to fetch a staggering $50 million at an upcoming auction in Hong Kong. This sale, coinciding with the opening of Christie's new Asia-Pacific headquarters, is poised to break records as the most expensive painting sold in Asia. The princess shared her emotional connection to the artwork, emphasizing its historical significance and her desire to support emerging artists, particularly from China. The auction not only showcases the growing Asian art market but also reflects a shift in strategy by auction houses to attract collectors interested in Western masterpieces, a rarity in Hong Kong. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports a historic milestone as Thai King Maha Vajiralongkorn has signed a landmark bill legalizing same-sex marriage, making Thailand the first country in Southeast Asia to recognize marriage equality. The new law, which will take effect in 120 days, grants full legal rights to same-sex couples, including adoption and inheritance rights, and marks a significant victory for LGBTQ activists after years of advocacy. The upcoming implementation is set to be celebrated with a mass wedding for over 1,000 couples in Bangkok, symbolizing a long-awaited triumph for love and equality in a country known for its tolerance yet still facing traditional values. The legislation's passage is seen as a crucial step in the ongoing fight for LGBTQ rights in Thailand and across the region. South China Morning Post reported a shocking incident in 1990 when the luxury home of Hong Kong's police commissioner, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, was robbed by two men masquerading as telephone technicians. The brazen thieves managed to tie up Mrs. Lee and their maid, making off with valuables worth approximately $50,000. Despite the incident being downplayed by police officials, it led to a significant investigation, with the suspects later charged in Western court. The robbery highlighted vulnerabilities even within the highest echelons of law enforcement, prompting ongoing security measures at the Lee residence 9 months post-incident, as the police force grappled with manpower shortages. South China Morning Post also covered a vibrant night in sports, showcasing the achievements of Hong Kong's Paralympians who inspired many with their resilience. The article highlighted Chelsea's staggering investment in their second-string lineup, fielding players worth around $533 million in a League Cup match, demonstrating the disparity in football. Meanwhile, Manchester City narrowly escaped a scare against Watford, with a debut for a promising 16-year-old. In cricket, England triumphed over Australia in a rain-affected ODI, thanks to captain Harry Brook's stellar performance. The piece encapsulated the excitement and unpredictability of sports, reminding readers of the dedication and effort behind every achievement. Australian Broadcasting Corporation detailed the downfall of the Kimberley Meat Company, a once promising abattoir that served as a lifeline for local cattle producers in northern Western Australia. Established in 2016, it faced severe financial mismanagement, leading to its closure and leaving over $103 million in debt. The situation was exacerbated by allegations of animal welfare violations, including the tragic deaths of over 400 cattle due to overcrowding. As the fallout unfolded, many local businesses were left unpaid, and trust within the industry deteriorated. The article painted a grim picture of the impact on the community, with farmers now wary of future dealings, emphasizing the long road to recovery for an industry that once thrived on handshake agreements and mutual respect. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn the lights on screen.